Starting the new year, mourning the loss of 28-year-old Valentin Gonzales. We've been following this fatal shooting case since Thursday, and tonight we have new information. His loved ones spoke to the night team's John Paul Barajas about what happened and how they're remembering Gonzales.
An argument turning into a fatal shooting left 28-year-old Valentin Gonzales dead. It all taking place at an apartment complex on Wurzbach near Babcock Road on December 30th. He leaves behind 8 kids, his wife, and his mother.
Guys, once again, this is another case of unnecessary violence. If it's your first time tuning in the broadcast, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and while you're doing that, let me introduce who I am. This is Joel Davis, CEO of Joel Davis Media Network. Before I jump into this story, I want to address some of the comments earlier that was made on some of my streams that I'm pumping out. If you don't like my content, there's this thing called the X button. You can click off and keep it moving. If you cannot give me constructive criticism, as in pointers that you feel like I should do to be better or professional, then do me a favor and shut the hell up. I'm just being real. Because at the end of the day, this is my channel. This is how I do the news. And I guess it's working because compared to most of you that's complaining, I don't even see a video from you. Or if that, you only got 5 or 6 followers. Not trying to brag, just to point out facts. So, with that being said, please do me a favor. If you don't like my content and you feel like you can do better, do it. Don't tell me, just do it. Or if you feel like you like someone else's content that better, move on to them. Please and thank you. Just had to make that public announcement. Guys, this case here, I think these guys had bad blood. Because here's why. This kid is 18. This man is an adult, grown-ass man at that. I think he's 28, in his late 20s. And he was shot by the neighbor for petting the dog. Now, usually when people don't want you to pet their dog, the most they're going to do is either say something aggressive to you or throw hands with you. But to shoot you, usually that's like more of a personal thing. Now, the family swear out this was just a random act of violence, but I don't know. I'm really feeling like these guys had like that fear thy neighbor ID channel kind of thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but usually that's how that comes off. But we're going to dig into more of what they're saying about the story, and you know how I'm going to give y'all how I feel about
it. Who spoke to us through her pain.
I love you, baby. I love you and I miss you so much. I can't see if I could go without you.
According to police, 18-year-old Jordan
Now, this kid that did the shooting is 18 years old. He basically threw his life away for nothing. For nothing. He just started living life. You're 18 and you're about to be in jail for the rest of your life. He'll be lucky if he'll get 40 years. If that. You're going to get out of jail. You're going to be old as hell. Your life is going to pass you by all because of a dog. Somebody pet your dog. Do you know that dogs don't have a life? The most of a lifespan is about 20 years. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my dog. I don't like people too much petting my dog all kind of way either. But there's a way to go about it without just pulling a gun. I really feel like that this guy really did not like this neighbor. I really don't. I don't know what their beef was, but you know, at 18, some people want to show that they're a badass. I mean, you know, I was in that mode too at 18. I didn't want nobody doing nothing to me unless I had the last upper hand, unless I was going to come out on top. And I've done that. And I'm not proud of that. And I've got situations where I almost like to find myself in a situation where I wasn't going to come out on top. But this is the life we live in, because a lot of people that can't control their emotions are surrounded by bitch-made people. When I say bitch-made, I'm talking about a young man or a young woman who has been around people that tells you that you can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? For real. I mean, that's just what it is. And it's really a sad thing. It really is really a sad situation, because at the end of the day, this young man lost his life for nothing. For nothing. If y'all just coming in, hit the like button. Man, it's tragic.
Jordan Eaton allegedly shot Gonzales, went on the run, and then turned himself in later that day. Police are still investigating the case, but according to Gonzales' wife, the entire argument started because Eaton's dog came towards them, and they simply pet it.
It says that you can't touch my dog. I don't with you. I don't with any of you.
Brittany Gonzales adds after going back and forth, Eaton flashed his gun. They tried to ignore him, but the
See, this is where I say you got to be careful, guys. When somebody flash their gun and they say the following: I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with your type, all that stuff, and they start yibba-yabbing like that, the best thing to do is calmly go in your home, retreat, call the cops. Don't argue with a fool with a gun. Because usually a fool with a gun that's acting like that, they're intimidated, they are afraid, and they will kill you. You know who the most dangerous people in the world is? A person that is afraid of you. I'm being serious. Just like an animal. You know, a lot of people say when you see these animal attacks with the alligators, the bears out in the wilderness, we always say, that animal was the aggressor. No, it's not because they're an aggressor. It's because the animal is afraid of you because you're in its habitat. It don't know who you are. That's how you get with a lot of these softies that's got a gun. That's why everybody don't need a gun. This 18-year-old got a gun and let it went to his head, because the way he shot this man, this is cold blood. This is first degree murder. Second degree at best. Because you had this gun out and you was looking for one thing only, to use it. You wasn't looking to protect yourself. That man, your animal ran to him. You should have checked your animal. You should have took your dog and took it back in the spot it was supposed to be. But you didn't want to do that because in your mindset, the animal is in the wrong. I mean, excuse me, the person that pet your animal is in the wrong. Or you should have been a better trainer for your pet. Man, like I said, I hate reporting on these stories because this man lost his life over a dog. Like, he wasn't trying to steal the dog. He wasn't even hurting the dog. He was petting the dog. And this owner took it to that level. And then when he started screaming out stuff like, I don't fuck with you, y'all don't fuck with me. When you got people talking like that, you need to go away. Don't be up here trying to be a hero. It ain't gonna work. Don't do it. I be trying to tell y'all all the time. I see so many people, oh man, no. I'm gonna diffuse the situation. It's a misunderstanding. No. When they talk like that, leave them motherfuckers alone. Leave them alone. That way you can live to fight another day. And in this case here, they should have just went and retreated and hurried up to a safe spot, called the cops. Because this guy got a gun, and you know what he on. Demon time. Because he sure ain't on no time to try to protect and use the gun wisely.
But the dog came back, and that's when he allegedly started shooting.
He shoots at me 2 inches from my face and he goes and tackles him to the ground. He cocks the gun and shoots. He falls to the ground. And he looks at me and says, I love you, Mama.
Gonzales was rushed to the hospital, later dying from his injuries. His brother Timothy got the news, but wasn't able to make it to say goodbye.
I rushed over here, man. I don't even live in town. I live out of town, man. I drove as fast as I could. The traffic was hell. I couldn't get here in time. I'm sorry, brother.
The entire Gonzales family in tears. One of Valentin's young stepdaughters also asking if she could speak with us.
It's really hard for me to sleep because I miss him. And I want to tell you, Daddy, I really love you and I miss you.
And although Eaton is behind bars, Gonzales' family is upset that he was given bond. Now, his bond is a total of $280,000, and at last check, he has not posted bond. But the Gonzales family says he should stay behind bars so something like this doesn't happen again. At Public Safety Headquarters, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
And I agree with the family. He should not have any bond. Because you know why? Because I guarantee you these bail reform justice warriors over here in these liberal cities like this, San Antonio, these bigger cities, Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, they'll go out and raise the money and get these fools right back out. And they don't abide by nothing. They become Superman with shit. Somebody let me out for 250 grand or $500,000 or, a little bit of, $250,000 and they put down 25 stacks. Shit. Let me go out here and see what else I can get into with the homies. And next thing you know, we got another person that's a victim of something. But you let everybody else tell it. We're worrying about the most dumbest shit right now in the country that makes no sense. We're trying to force mandates on a situation that is basically here to stay. See what else we're worrying about. We're worrying about voting rights, about showing fucking ID when we have to show ID for every damn thing else. Like, we're worrying about everything else but this. This right here. And don't forget about the alphabet community. They'll swear to you right here, right now, that they have the most highest crime than anybody in America. And you looking right here on for firsthand the crime we see. In fact, let's go down memory lane. Let's see how the crime really turned up in San Antonio, Texas, again, that nobody's not talking about. Let's talk about, this was back in October. At the time, in October, they said that in Antonio, violent crime rose 5.6%. And then it rose again in 6.6% to 6.6%. So 5.6% in 20 and in 2019 and 2020, 6.6%. And it hasn't stopped since. I mean, that's just being real with y'all. And nobody talks about this at all. At all. But then finally, there's conflicting reports. Then they said it dropped to 16%. But again, statewide, you had murder up to 37%. Guys, this is what I try to tell y'all. This defunding the police ain't helping nobody. At the end of the day, it's not helping nobody. It really not. And I just feel bad for that family because the brother couldn't make there in time because of traffic. And just to know that your brother died senselessly for petting an animal. Just petting an animal, guys. No more, no less. Just petting an animal. And people want to know why people are always clutching their bags when they see certain people that look real hoodish, or why certain people don't trust certain brown individuals that got different colored do-rags on, or you know, bandanas hanging out, or they don't trust certain white kids with bandanas hanging out, tattoos around their neck and face. It's because of what they've seen, all this increase of crime. Because usually that's what they run into, people that fit that stereotype. It's a bad stereotype. I don't think stereotype people is a good thing, but what can you expect if it's the same? Yo, give me 1 second, guys. I mean, this is crazy. Like, it's just sad, man. It really is. Y'all jump in the comment section and tell me what y'all think of knowing that somebody went out here and killed a man just for petting a dog. And also, reach out to us if you know any other senseless acts that's going on nobody won't report on. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm out.